When I first started my nursing career, I was really quite scared of patients, and that sounds a really strange thing to say. And I did my first placement on a ward, on a medical ward, and the Sister Yardley, never forgotten her. She was quite a fierce Irish sister, and she said to me one day, as they called you then, she called me Student Nurse O'Donnell, she called me over and she said to me, "Why are you so scared, Kate? Why do you look so scared?" And I said, I'm really nervous. I don't really know how to behave on the ward. I don't know what to say or how to talk to people sometimes, because I was only very young. And she took me down this Nightingale ward, which is a long ward with many patients. And she stood me in front of a patient and she said, "What do you see, Kate?" And I said, "I see a patient." She said, "No, what do you see?" So I looked round and I said, "I see oxygen, I see medicine." She said, "No, look again, what do you see?" And I said, "I see a person." And she said, "Yes, that's what you see, a person. And if you keep that at the forefront of your nursing career, you'll never ever go wrong." And that's what I've carried forward, and I've never forgotten her saying that to me. During my whole nurse training, I hadn't actually been part of actually dealing with a death, as in dealing with a dead body. This was quite a stress to me, and I had a fantastic mentor again, and I spoke to her about it. And she said that she'd arranged for me to actually be involved with a person who died, with a patient who passed away. And I'll never forget it, because I was so nervous. And at the time I felt I didn't know this person. I was going and being part of something that was, you know, so important to that person. But I couldn't have asked for a better nurse to have been with that day. And what she taught me on that day was just, well, I've never forgotten it. Just the way, her compassion, the way she treated the person who died, and things then that surprised me, like she was talking to that person. She obviously knew that person very well who died, and she was talking about the life that he'd had, and as she was washing him, she was really gentle with him, and she involved me in all those aspects. And I remember saying to her, "Oh, it's really cold in here," and there was a window open, and I said, you know, and she said, "Oh, don't worry, it won't be cold, we're letting his soul out of the window." And that really moved me, because I'd never, obviously those things I'd just never experienced, but I was very fortunate in that was my first experience of dealing with a death and preparing somebody, you know, who died. And I've never forgotten it.
At the end of the day, you want to advocate for your patient at all costs, at all times, and sometimes to your own, you know, the detriment of yourself, but you do it anyway because that's your job. I think obviously personal cares are important, and making someone feel like an individual is really important, but the way that I help people the most, I think, is by helping them feel more in control of what's going on. So even down to saying to somebody, "Okay, so I'm leaving this room now, but you're not on your own, you know, I'm outside and this is what I'm doing for you. This person is feeling vulnerable at this point and I have to help them. I have to do what I can to make this better for my patient and their family, and make this as much of a positive experience as possible."
If somebody wants to lie on the bed, or if they want to have the dog in the bed with them, or if they want to have lots of family around, then that's absolutely fine. That's their wishes and preferences. It's about making sure that they have the comfy bedding, their own pillow, pictures around them, favourite smells, making it more personalised, making it individualised to them, to make sure that they've got what they need at such a difficult time, and making the families as comfortable as possible. Let families be involved. It's, you know, it's the last thing that they could possibly do for their loved ones, so let them get involved, washing, dressing. is there something particular they like to wear? Is there a particular perfume or aftershave, or making sure that the hair is the way that they want it?
Throwing birthday parties for people that are dying, bringing in pets, putting them closer to a window, decorating a room, open visiting. I think open visiting is just the most incredible thing, because if you've ever had anyone die in your family, or you've ever had a relative that's in hospital, being able to come in at 3 a.m. and just sit there and watch them sleep, because it might be one of the last times that you can see them do that. Being able to take pictures with them, you can get handprints made with them, you can have locks of their hair, you can just be there and have really intimate moments with people before you say goodbye.
And it's hard to convey to people what just an amazing job nursing is. I think I'm just so fortunate to do a job that I absolutely love. I'm passionate about it. I make a difference. The positives have always been the patients, the families and the relatives. Those have always remained, and if you've got that passion for that, then your nursing career, you'll just love it, because that is your main focus.
Palliative and end-of-life care, when I was a community nurse, became a passion, because I was so privileged to be part of this special moment for those families, to make sure that those last final days are as perfect as they can be, making sure that we have there's no crisis, making sure that they feel supported, giving them the final moments that are memories, good memories to share with each other. And being part of that it's a privilege. It's a really lovely experience. And so if we can make things that little bit easier, or support that family, it makes your job worthwhile.
You probably spend more time with patients than you do with your own family and friends, and you probably know more about patients and are with them for more intimate moments of their life than you are for 99.9% of the people that you know. You can't lie and say that you never take work home with you. I think people describe advanced nursing skills as skills like an advanced life support course or whatever, but I think that a really advanced nursing skill is being able to kind of detach and reattach in an appropriate time, and just because you have to be well to look after other people and make sure they're well, but it's not always as easy as it sounds.